Hello, more so come Tinks Invest, where we talk about investing, finance, and professional development. So I've been getting a lot of questions in the last couple hours so far, ever since my release of my Patreon account. So I want to just spend some time this afternoon while I have some free time, while I'm working on my Patreon. Obviously, I have to do my live updates. Also, I've been interacting with a couple of my members so far. Also, while working on my full-time job at Things Capital, which I run a venture capital fund managing, capital on behalf of corporate investors and institutional investors. But I also want to be coming on here, knowing the fact that Patreon is going to be one of my work initiatives going forward. It just makes sense for me to do some sort of like a tutorial or like a walkthrough, if you may, to give you guys a little bit more of a comprehensive understanding in terms of the way that I'm trafficating the membership levels, right? So bear with me as I'm trying to break this down into a very easily digestible manner for you guys to understand this partnership going forward, right? I don't really consider it's like a membership. I consider this as a partnership that will be working alongside one another going forward, right? And the way that I bifurcate these partnerships would be in the three following buckets, right? Gold, platinum, and centurion, right? And respect to what is the gold partnership, cultivates around. So if you were to subscribe to this community, it will be excluding and filtering out all of the spam messages that you see in YouTube. Obviously, in Instagram, I get messages that are blocked, even though my friends send me messages and they follow up with me like, "Hey, did you get my message?" I don't know why, but seems like YouTube sometimes just delete messages or takes out my messages sometimes. So with this Patreon, you have direct access to be speaking with me, and you also have early access to the content and the updated risk management level and the buy, sell, hold signals ahead of its release, right? In addition to that, obviously you will have an opportunity to speak with me on a live Q&A perspective if you have any specific questions, even including what pizzas, restaurants to get when you're in New York City. I'm happy to give you my suggestions. I see this as more of a friendship and a partnership again, right? And obviously, with respect to this offering, I will provide the on-demand crypto risk management dollar cost average breakdown twice a day, right? Similar to the ones you see on YouTube, but I will be covering close to 30 to 40 crypto assets, right? This is going to be a list that's going to be growing going forward. Right now, I have only 30 of the top ones that are the most demanded. But obviously, it's an on-demand list, so it's going to keep growing going forward, right? And then also, in addition to something that I don't have on YouTube, is my buy, sell, hold signals, which I will be triangulating my quantitative analysis, my research, and my personal risk tolerance, right, to understand what is the conservative level in terms of how we execute, right? So it will basically give you my perspective onto do we buy, sell, or hold for respective crypto assets, right? And then moving on to the next one, which is the platinum one, right? You basically paying $1.50 cents per day, and it will have comparable offering. But in addition to crypto, knowing the fact that crypto, I currently have a six-figure profile, approximately about $500,000 in crypto assets I'm holding right now. But that is a minimal amount in comparisons to my diversification that I currently have in stocks, right? I currently have investments in public stocks, but also I am also a private equity investors investing into obviously venture capital companies. So if you guys have interest in that, I can also give you guys some guidance on it. But just private equity investments are typically demanding anywhere north of $250,000 to $1 million per investments. So it's a little bit out of the typical range for regular investor. It's mostly just corporate investors, but obviously with the fiduciary duty that I have for my investors that I invest in Things Capital, that's what I'm doing for those clients, right? But if you that's something of your interest, I'm obviously happy to give you the right guidance and obviously the right partnership going forward, right? And then the last one is with respect to the Centurion one. This is the highest level that I have offering. Again, this is more of an optional one, but it seems like this is ones that actually people are expressing the most interest of. So with this is going to be a little bit more of a higher premium package, right? But this will give you a comprehensive partnership with me, obviously with both crypto and equity, on both the private equity but also on the public equity side of investments, right? I'll be helping with you on investment portfolio construction, risk management. I'll obviously show you how I have been able to build my wealth over time with my methodology that I have not comprehensively disclosed yet, but I'll obviously give you my insights and my trajectory of how I got to there from point A to point B. I believe the methodology that I have done. I mean, if I am this kid that came from, Hong Kong, from nothing with 3,000 bucks, and went to a public school and then worked my way up, and to be able to build the level of comfort and security that I have right now, anybody can do it. It's just about the right coaching, the right methodology, and obviously the right mindset, which is very critical for us to apply into long-term value proposition going forward, right? So in this Centurion membership account, I'll obviously go through the core offerings that both gold and platinum offers, but I'll also offer my one-on-one interactions with you. I will actually have a phone call or Zoom with you, and also I will take on specific, and I will say specific investments that you would like me to take a look at, right? And I'll give you the quantitative perspective, my recommendation, right? And obviously, I'll give you guys, I'll open up my Rolodex into if you are aspiring to open up a company someday or aspire to build your own business. Knowing the fact that my job is to help startup founders, right? I will be holding your hands, guiding you as an advisor, as a friend, but obviously it's my duty, my life mission to be helping you going forward to achieve that success, right? I think a lot of people have the ideas, right? They have the vision, right? But with respect to how they get there from point A to point B, right? The tactical step by step is what's the most important, right? And I'll pass on the lessons that I've learned in the last decades of my life, right? My failures, right? My success, right? What are some of the landmines that you should avoid when investing, right? It will not just be for crypto, not just for equity, but it will be a full comprehensive, um, successive type of methodology that I want to hopefully imprint on you going forward, that hopefully you learn from my mistakes, that it shortens your mistakes or the lessons that you have to pay for, right? Investing, when you lose or when you take those capital losses, those are a form of lessons you have to pay for, right? And I want you guys to not to be, incurring those mistakes that I have made, right? In my life, I've lost a lot of money in the beginning of my career in investing because I didn't really know how to do it properly. But as you learn over time, there's a method to it, right? And the confidence that I get or the success that I build over time is not something that is something that you can just simply take away from. It's a form of triangulations of multiple different factors, right? From the most macro level to the most micro level. And then you wire all of those in your mind to formalize the execution, right? So hopefully this breakdown with respect to my Patreon initiative is helpful to you, and I'm also already extremely grateful for your support and your friendship on a daily basis. This is only the beginning, right? And this Patreon is my support to you, right? With this support of both Acoin and CNBC in partnership with me on helping you guys going forward, I am extremely excited. Hopefully that my life goal is to make as many financially secure or wealthy individuals in my lifetime as possible. And that's my commitment to you. And that's all I have. And sorry again for my rambling. And I am very excited and very blessed and privileged to be in this position. So appreciate you. Let me know if you have specific questions or feedback. I'd love to get your feedback because this is a proposition that's gonna metamorphosize over time, and you, my partners, are what's gonna make me better. As I'm trying to help you get better as well. So take care. That's it, and have a great day. Take care. Bye.